Now, KQ2 Sports with Chris Roush.
Matt Johnson's not going to want me to throw out there tonight. It's not going to be good, as you can clearly see. We're going to keep celebrating out here. Baseball, America's birthday. Baseball player played down there in Kauffman Stadium. Put the money in, and you're done. Sunday night will mark the second time in Patrick Mahomes' young career he will play in prime time. It's heavier than I thought it would be.
Congratulations. Kind of like a Mr. America type deal here.
Just about 9 hours from now, the first official practice of the Patrick Mahomes era. If you had Duke, go ahead and just, rip this thing up, because Special Olympic athlete from right here in St. Joseph, Benton High School graduate, Leah Shoemaker, heading is all the way down to the dugouts here on the first and third base side, but the hope and the goal is to extend this further all the way down here. Until then,
it's a big
Maddie,
family affair.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
It's a big family affair. Group hug.
Maddie, we'll send it back to you. From this to that, and finally this.
A lot of hand turning, turning a lot of bats.
Ballpark, how many have you made so far out of your own business?
Oh, I've probably made between 400 and 500 bats so far.
What started off as a love for baseball.
Growing up, I always played baseball. Absolutely loved the game.
And Trevor Moss combined that love with a family passion for woodworking.
When I got my first wood bat, I actually went out to the garage and got a piece of sandpaper and started to sand down the handle.
It has turned into a business opportunity for Trevor Moss.
Truly considered it a hobby, and then it just became more serious over time.
So serious, his company Walk Off Wood Bat Company is partnering up with the St. Joseph Mustangs.
Johnny and I had kind of spoken about it before, not too seriously, but then this fall I had spoken with him again about it.
And this time around, talks got real.
The effort and time that he puts into each bat was really amazing, and I wanted to make it work. Moss
and Mustangs manager Johnny Coy go back a long time, playing baseball together growing up, and they're once again on the same team. Out of his own garage, Moss makes every bat by hand.
From start to finish, I can get a bat done in about 2 days.
Come May 29th, Mustangs opening day. With the crack of the bat, Moss will know he's left his imprint on the game he loves.
To see these college players, top-tier college players, swinging bats I've turned here in my garage, it'll be pretty neat to see that happen.
Chris Roush, KQ2 Sports.
I wanted to walk just as much as I could.
Imagine loving something as much as Beth Carr loves running.
Beth is a well-known runner in St. Joe.
Carr even ran in this year's Boston Marathon, as well as competing in several local races. But a doctor's appointment last month flipped her running career and life upside down.
And I was supposed to be going in for an MRA for the shoulder that just did not go away, and got to the hospital and they said, "You're going to ER."
Doctors discovered Carr had cancer in her spine and liver.
I ended up with surgery where they removed 2 large tumors off of my spine.
Undergoing surgery just 2 weeks ago, Carr continues her rehab and cancer treatments, but now she's making it a point to get back out on the course. The July 4th Firecracker 5K was already on Carr's schedule before the cancer was discovered.
I want to do this race. It's also very close to my house. My house is just up the road, and I have run and walked this path with my mom and with Darren hundreds and hundreds of times, and so it was important to do it because it's a familiar course. It's my home course.
Now, Carr can't run, but that didn't stop her from being a part of the 5K.
About cried I don't know how many times just seeing Beth come out here today.
As runners crossed the finish line, everybody waited for the incredible race they were about to witness. Carr walking to the finish, surrounded by friends and family.
You keep going and through it all, and glad that I could do this race today with my family.
Chris Roush, KQ2 News. People didn't used to think about it. They just knew they were supposed to stand for the national anthem. It was second nature. But with all the protests, it's created a divide. And for 16-year-old Brandon Lamb, the recent debate has caught Lamb's attention.
It all started when he was watching the news and saw on the news that there were NFL players that were not standing for the anthem. And it kind of got us in a conversation at home about what that means. He said, they should be standing. They can stand. And I said, well, so can you.
Brandon was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at a young age, and he's been confined to a wheelchair for most of his life.
He kind of sat there for a minute and he said, yeah, you're right, I can. And then after that, he just started practicing at home.
Seeing the actions of a professional athlete and his aunt showing him a photo of a man in the military standing in his own wheelchair, it inspired Lamb to stand for the anthem and the flag of his country. And he's been doing just that, standing, the last 3 weeks.
It's, respect, and that picture, encouraged me to do it. And so I think it's respectful because it's for the people that fight for our country and, risk their lives every day.
It's no surprise to Martin to see her nephew take this stand. And as for the national anthem moving forward, Brandon plans to stand every time.
He's an amazing kid all the way around. So it didn't surprise me that he was doing it. It was very touching. A lot of our friends who are military saw him, and they were the ones that were like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. What an amazing young man.
People that go in every day, like, fighting, should be, respected. So they have, pains and stuff like that. Like, some of them don't come back home the same. So I figured, why not, stand even though it hurts.